Welcome back to Honey Badger 3D Print and Paint. Today we're looking at an old Tiffany and maybe a new Tiffany. But before we do that, roll those credits. Right, so this Tiffany I did, let's say 6 or 7 years ago. You'll see the Chucky video we released a little while ago. After I originally printed the Chucky, I printed Tiffany, the bride of Chucky. And we actually commissioned this file to be made by an artist. When he commissioned the file, when he gave it to us, we paid him. He said we wasn't allowed to share it. Only we was allowed to have it and he was allowed to have it. We wasn't allowed to share it, which we hadn't previously heard of before. When you commission a design, once you've paid it, it's your design, you do as you please with it. It mysteriously got leaked, this design. He was very unhappy about it, but whenever you see this design for sale anywhere or anything, it's ours. We got this designed. Anyways, this was all done in FDM. I like it, but the quality, like on the skirt, you can see there's layer lines all through the skirt. I don't like the hair. The hair looks gold and not blonde. Print quality is just not very good. So I thought, seeing as I've done a new Chucky, I suppose I better do a new Tiffany. This one is much better. This model was from CG Trader. I can't remember how much it was, maybe $10, something like that. I much prefer this. Now, like the previous model, this skirt is FDM printed because I couldn't fit it on any of my resin printers. The only printer it would have fitted on was my Apexmaker, but the screen's dead, so it wasn't fitting on there. It wouldn't fit on the Magforms, the M3 Maxes. So James actually did this on either the Bamboo or the K1 Max, one of the two, but it's a really good quality print. The rest of this was all done in resin. Now, the base for this was over twice the size what it is currently. It was huge, it was massive. It's completely needless. Like, it would prevent you putting it on any shelf because the base was so big. So I actually made the base smaller. I don't think the way I did it was the proper way you're supposed to do it, but it works and I was happy. I was like, yeah, I did that. So the base is now actually a more workable size. What we're going to do now is I'm going to do a quick 360 for you so you can see it a bit closer up. So, what I like about doing a model like this that you've previously done quite a while ago is you can see where your painting's gone compared to where it was. The skin tone, I'm much more happy with. The makeup, I'm much more happy with. The hair, I think, is much, much better. It's more of a dyed blonde now instead of gold. I actually think this is a better model as well. So you've got the cigarette and the Zippo lighter. What you can't maybe really see, you might have seen it on pictures, is her legs have got like fishnet tights on both of them. Although you can't see the legs, mostly they are. I think the jacket is better. The necklace that's on here is actually a proper necklace, which is so fine print in resin. I prefer the tattoo on her. It is, as you would expect, sort of 6-7 years, a much better painted, finished model. I would hope over 6-7 years I've progressed. So when you see the two Chuckies and Tiffany's next to each other, the difference is really, really quite stark. So here we've got a Tiffany's, and here we've got the Chuckies. So there is quite a difference, and these two are shortly going into that bin because I just think these are far superior, they're better. And I don't have infinite shelf space. So these two can just go away now. Now we've got these two, which on the shelf, they look really good. I really like them. I think the Chucky skin tone is the best skin tone I've done. It looks both real and like a toy at the same time. I really like the skin tone. I really like the way her makeup came out. Her makeup I really like. I think that went well. It's, as a pair of models, pretty cool, I think. Would make a decent Halloween video, actually. Right. Both of these models printed in Sunlu. As we've said for quite a while now, Sunlu are sponsors of the channel. They provide us with resin, filament. James loves the filament. I love the resin. This was printed in their standard grey resin, which I love. Absolutely love that resin. There's a link in the description. If you go on to Sunlu, put our code in, you will get yourself 10% off of the resin you buy. So it is an affiliate link. So if you do go there and buy it, you get money off and we get a little bit of a kickback that helps the channel. Everyone wins. Maybe apart from Sunlu. Anyway, Sunlu was all the resin on this, so go and grab yourself some of this, use our code, get yourself 10% off, you won't be disappointed. Most of this was painted, so the skin tone I use is it's all airbrush. It's about 5 different colours. It's done with highlights and lowlights. works really well. The rest of this was all painted in Green Stuff Weld and Vallejo paints, which Green Stuff Weld, probably my favourites. I think they airbrush a lot better than Vallejo. They need a lot less thinning to run through an airbrush. And then it was a case of glossing parts of it, so like her lips were glossed, her fingernails were glossed. These are not really sort of models where you need to do much weathering. It's more about getting a nice clean paint job. Her dress was actually like a metallic white from Green Stuff Weld, and it is called something white. I can't remember, but I've been waiting a long time to use that colour, and now I have. It looks, as it comes out with a little bit of highlights on it, it makes the dress look like silk, because it's got just that little bit of metallic in the white. So that came out nice. As usual, I did the blackest black on the base because I don't want to see the bases. The bases on these, they're boring. Look at them. They're boring. What you want to see is what's on top of the base. So I love this blackest black as a base because it completely takes your eye off of the base and at the model instead, because 95% of the time, the bases that come on models are boring. Crap. So that's what I do moving forward from now on. I think I got the scaling pretty well. She was from CG Trader. She had no scale on her. She also wasn't a printable like in one piece. When it's printable in one piece, you can just scale the whole model and get it to what you want. She wasn't in one piece and she wouldn't go back together properly. So it was a educated guess as to what scale it had to be. And I think it came out pretty well, to be honest. They look okay next to each other. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment on the video. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.